Week 6 pick'ems. YouTube Ozick going. The Goat House is back with Week 6 pick'ems. We're here every single week picking every single game, every NFL season. We also got score predictions. We got power rankings. We got all fantasy. We got all kinds of stuff. Everyone watching this video probably knows the drill already. We got a lot going on, a lot of action, a lot of NFL action here. Twitter, that's a must follow. Instagram, podcast, Patreon, check them out. Just check them out. Link down below, description, comments. 60K, that's our subscriber goal. Let's get there. Let's do it. We'd be much appreciated. Let's take a look at the leaderboards here. Junior
Love to see it.
Currently is in first place. I'm 0-5 on a specific team, their games, and I'm only one pick away from first place. So I guess I'll take it, but I gotta pick my shit up on that team. So I'm in second. Danny's in third. Pigskin's in fourth. You better pick it up.
Should we address it?
I think we'll move past it. He's learned his lesson, I think. Viewers leaderboard. We got 3 people with the same amount in first place. They're looking real good. They're looking good. The Banana Man, 57. Henny has 57, and Quebec Steelers also 57.
Wasn't Henny like in the top like last year at some point too? The name sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's been in the top this
Welcome
year.
Back.
Well, yeah.
Quebec Steelers had a meatball week.
He's still got 57 though.
But he had a meatball week because he kind of digressed a little bit.
All right. Banana Man, that's a new name sneaking up there. He kind of taking the lead there with the tiebreakers, but he's got 57. A lot of you involved in that. We'll see if some things can shift around here going forward. Right before we get started, we do, like I mentioned, patreon.com/thegoathouse, link down below, description and comments, a bunch of extra content. Junior score predictions. He's currently in first place, so you're going to want to see those score predictions. My locks / bets of the week, upsets of the week, college ball score predictions, college football against the spread picks, plenty more. Check it out. First game of the week, Bears at Panthers, and there it is. There's the Trubisky.
So if some of you don't know, we had a bet last week that if the Bears would win, he would have to wear a Trubisky jersey because he did not choose the Bears jersey. But I also prefaced it by saying he has to wear the Trubisky out in front.
Who's he?
You.
We're talking about
Riz.
me?
Yeah. There you go. Go ahead and put it on.
I got to take the headset off to put this thing on here.
Love it.
I got to wear it backwards.
He's got to wear it backwards in order to appreciate the Trubisky. Fun fact about the Trubisky jersey. Actually, there's 2 of them. When I'm wearing this jersey this year, even though it says Trubisky, I have yet to lose. Or excuse me, the Bears have yet to lose. And second, I haven't washed it once this year.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. So.
And that's why I wore the Vikings bandana to kind of cancel this out here. But does our one win really do a whole bunch? I don't know.
Like, sit up a little bit more so I can see the Trubisky?
God, I look like an absolute chooch. This is terrible. I deserve it, though. I deserve it.
Yeah,
I've earned it.
Now you get to start off by saying something nice about the Bears and why you're picking the Bears this week.
Well, the Bears, they're 4-1. That's what I got. Nice to say about the Bears, and I'm going to pick the Bears. Yes. It's a toss-up. It's a good one. This is a real good one here. It's a toss-up because Teddy Bridgewater kind of gave it to the Bears a little bit last year, didn't he? He gave it to them a little bit. Panthers are rolling. But I'm going to take the Bears. I think their defense is it's getting better. We've seen it step up against the Bucs last week, and I think I don't know if they cause problems, but I think they cause enough problems to slow down the Panthers offense enough here. But Mike Davis revenge game?
Nobody's talking about it.
Nobody's talking about it. You know, the game could go either way. The Panthers are actually favored in this game. Can go either way. I do, for the Panthers side, Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, is that too much speed for the Bears corners? They've been doing a fantastic job, but I think speed is how you get them. So that could be the matchup issue there, but I just really like the Bears defense. I think it could end up being the best in football this year. I think it's kind of heading that direction, not really necessarily saying it's going to be the best, but it's heading in the right direction. I think that's the difference in this game. True test for both teams, though. We'll see what happens. I think the Bears kind of had that test with the Bucs, though. The Panthers, they're impressive, but a little more of a test for them.
Yeah, you could go ahead and put me and Junior back over on that team. I think you brought up the receivers. Yeah, they got some speed, but they also saw Kyle Fuller almost decapitate somebody last week. So, Bears are hot.
All right.
Bears are hot.
They wet their pants a little bit when they saw that?
I did.
Oh, you did?
Oh. Nice.
Should I try to gain one right here?
I don't know.
I don't
Should
know.
I try to catch up
Hey,
here?
Trubisky jersey bet for you, Pete, this week.
Trubisky jersey bet. Ooh.
Take the bet.
I won't wash it.
I won't wash it.
Do it,
Ooh,
Pete.
I don't know. I'm
Do it,
thinking
Pete.
about it.
Do it.
Give me the Panthers.
All right,
Let's do it.
Trubisky jersey bet in effect.
Let's do it.
Can you confirm it?
Yeah.
You got to wear it next week?
I guess I'll have to wear it next
Okay.
week. Yeah.
Well, we got to get something. You guys got to do something, too.
Yeah.
I had the Dolphin
I
costume.
have a Del Home jersey somewhere. I don't know why I have a Del Home jersey, but one of you is gonna wear the Del Home jersey.
With pride.
All
Let's
right.
go Panthers.
Oh, the other's taking the Panthers. Surprise there.
Classic Bears hater. Unbelievable.
Well, fun fact, good news for the Panthers fans. I'm 0-5 on Bears games this year. I feel like how I thought the game was gonna go has been pretty darn accurate. The Bears just pull it off in the end, except for the Colts game. So it's been wild. It's been a wild ride. We'll see what happens here. But 3 of us for the Bears, 2 for the Panthers. And we're moving on to the next game. We got Bengals and we got Colts.
Yeah, give me the Colts.
You taking the Colts?
Give me the Colts.
All right, Junior's taking the Colts.
They had a little hiccup, but they're going to get back on the road. You know, they're going to get it done.
Yeah. Give me the Colts as well at home. I think this is a good bounce back opportunity. But yeah, I mean the Bengals really struggled against a really good defense. They're playing another good defense here, even though the Colts showed some vulnerability against the Browns last week. But I think they bounced back at home here.
Old Yeller's going with the Colts.
I'm taking the Colts as well.
You're taking the Colts
For
as
you
well?
fantasy owners, T.Y. Hilton's finally going to find the end zone this week. I'm calling it right now.
You think so?
Yeah, finally.
I think this is a better game than people realize, actually.
Squeaker?
This could be a squeaker. Do I want to make this my squeaker, though? I think, the pressure gets to Joe Burrow, and that's kind of what's throwing off the Bengals. They can move the ball. Joe Burrow can throw the ball. Mixon can run and catch the ball out of the backfield, downfield. They have some solid receivers there. Tyler Boyd's been fantastic this year. And the Colts really don't get the greatest pressure. DeForest Buckner gets some solid interior. They're kind of, what do they have, 11 sacks? And, they don't get crazy pressure. They're pretty tight in coverage. They're flying the ball. They're good tacklers. That's why they're good at defense. So will Burrow have time? I think this is a pretty good matchup for those reasons. I think Burrow will be able to throw on this team. I think these receivers can beat these corners. So they have a shot in this one. But Colts, I'm going to take them starting to the better team overall. I think Phillip Rivers gets a little more going this week. Kind of hurt them against the Browns, so I don't think he plays a bad game like that game. But I'm not saying he goes out there and plays fantastic. But I think the Colts do just enough here, even though it's a pretty solid match for the Bengals, even though they're going to be the underdogs most weeks there. So all of us, that's a Goat House guarantee. That one, that's a sneaky one. That's a trap game right there for the Colts, though. Lions and the Jags. The Jags are on a losing streak. The Lions, they had a bye, so there's that. They didn't lose. I think that's it's good that the Lions had a bye week before this game. How you beat the Jags, you just game plan correctly for them. You got to run a lot of press man, and I think fat ass Matt Patricia he's got the game plan down. Matt Patricia, I think.
Okay.
I think he's got the game plan down for against this Jaguars defense. I think offense. I think the Lions defense has a pretty good game, and I also trust the Lions offense. Their offense has been, I think, just fine this year, and I think they'll be able to move the ball. I mean, I think the bye week. It's an early bye week, but I think it can do wonders for these next couple weeks. Perhaps we'll see. But I got the Lions taking care of business.
I'm taking the Lions as well. They got the week off. They got to watch a struggling Jags team, know how to stop them, and they're going to do it.
Yeah, I got the Lions as well. I mean, the Jags we thought they were decent when they kind of came out and surprised people because we didn't really know what to expect this year. But now that we kind of know what to expect, you're seeing that teams are game planning just better against that offense, that little dink and dunk offense.
Yeller's got the Lions as well.
Love it.
Yeah, I got the Lions as well.
Oh,
I think,
guarantee.
teams are really figuring out the Jags over there. I mean, the Texans' defense has not looked good, and they really held the Jags to 14 points and really nothing going there. So should be should not be a good game to watch.
Really? It could be tight.
Hey, squeaker of the week, that last one.
Yeah, all right.
Whoa.
There we go. I don't know. I clicked it.
No, it was already. I started the saying before.
Okay, I guess we'll allow it.
Nice.
We'll allow
Falcons, Vikings, stinky versus stinkier. I'm gonna go.
Give me over there.
Give you. Oh yeah.
Well, actually,
They fired him, Pete.
Actually,
They fired him, Pete.
I said I was never picking the Falcons if
Dan Quinn is the head coach.
Is the head coach.
Pete.
So I could pick him again, but I'm not picking him this week. I'm picking the
All right.
Vikings at home.
Taking the Vikings.
All that false hope.
You know what this is? Actually, I just realized this is the choke bowl.
Choke
These
bowl.
are two teams that are just known for choking. Who will choke? I think they'll both choke within this game. Actually,
Sounds raunchy.
yeah, it's pretty raunchy. Who will choke harder? The Falcons. I'm gonna take the Vikings. I think they're the better team. Dan Quinn fired. Maybe that gets everyone a little excited over there. The Falcons a little ready. They're ready to go maybe, but I just think the Vikings at home. I think they're the better team. I think they'll be able to throw on the Falcons. I also think even with Cook out, I think Madison will be able to run on them as well. I just trust them. Not that I trust them in general. I trust them more on both sides of the ball than the Falcons. So that's it. That's that.
Yeah, give me the Vikings as well. I mean, I think that Dan Quinn being fired, I think it's going to hurt the team more than it helps them, just because the team seemed like they were so close to Dan Quinn. We saw them basically plea for his job last year. So I think that initially that shock is going to kind of be a little negative before they're able to turn it into a couple wins here.
Yeller's going with the Vikings.
I'm also going with the Vikings, and that'll complete a goat house guarantee. I think
Another one.
Madison is going to go absolutely bonkers this game.
Maybe a little Mike Boone action too.
Yeah, but it's going to be mainly Madison.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Another guarantee, all of us for the Vikings.
Love it.
Do you love it? Yeah,
I guess.
I think you do. Stink Bowl.
Stink bowl.
Washington versus New York.
Football Giants.
The Washington football team versus the New York football Giants. Yep, that's the key matchup this week. Toss-up game. I don't think we're gonna have. I don't know, but I don't think we're gonna have a guarantee on this one. I don't know.
I'm going
to kick it off.
Oh, Dan, by all means, go ahead.
I'm going to take the Giants.
Oh.
Taking the Giants.
Just a
Danny
gut
going
feeling.
with Danny Dimes. He's got a feeling. That's what
Just
it is.
got a feeling.
At home, division game.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead.
Well, let me just throw Old Yeller over at Washington. He's going with Washington.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take the Giants. This one is one of those tougher ones, but bottom line is I'm going with the team that offense just simply scores more points. That's the bottom line. You look at how this season has panned out, the Giants just score more points.
But who has Washington played?
I mean, I understand, but their offense has just looked non-existent.
Kyle
for the
Allen,
most part.
second game. He didn't get to finish the last
That's
game.
true. That's true, but that also means he's banged up.
I always try to find the matchups with these games.
Right.
What stands out in my head thinking about this game, though? There's only one thing that stands. You like you mentioned, the Giants can move. We trust them to move the ball a little more than Washington. So there's other factors like that. But what really stands out is the Washington football team's pass rush. It really stands out, and that is why I'm taking the Washington football team. I think Chase Young in company. You see Montez Sweat starting to get going as well. They have Ryan Kerrigan, Jonathan Allen. These guys really get after Daniel Jones in this game. And the guy's a fumbler, and he just turns the ball over in general. He'll throw interceptions. I think that's the factor. I think the defense of Washington wins the game, but I also think the offense does enough. I think they do more than they have been doing with Kyle Allen, Antonio Gibson. Terry McLaurin's an absolute stud as well. I think the offense does enough, and the defense mainly wins the game. I like Washington in this game.
Yeah, give me Washington as well. I think, the reasons you already said, and last week I had a 98% guarantee that Daniel Jones was going to turn the ball over against the Cowboys defense. How's Washington football defense going to do against Daniel Jones?
They're feeling good right now.
Yeah, it's going to be 100% guaranteed turnover.
100%.
100%.
Wow.
Yeah, I would be surprised if Daniel Jones didn't fumble the ball. I'd be surprised. So we don't get a guarantee. You love to see that 3 versus 2 there. That one could separate the men from the boys in terms of the standings. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah.
Sure.
Ravens, Eagles. Really? We all doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I mean, I'll go on the record and say the Eagles are not as bad as we think they are.
But they're still pretty bad.
They're bad. But I'm going to also go on the record and say that the Baltimore Ravens are just regular season champions and they're frauds. when it comes to the playoff picture.
You think
Well,
so?
We didn't even get to. We're not even in the playoffs yet.
No, they can never win
Playoffs?
big games. Period.
We're talking about playoffs?
They always struggle in big
They
games.
do. That's true.
Always.
That's true.
Since the Lamar Jackson era
Ravens
has been
fans
here.
aren't going to be happy with you.
I'm just-
It is
it's
kinda
okay.
true.
It's a fact.
What did I say last week?
gonna get mad about a fact?
Ravens versus Bengals. What did I say? They're going to blitz the absolute crap out of them.
They
We're
did.
going it again. We're doing it again. Run it back. The Ravens are going to blitz the absolute doom out of Carson Wentz and the Eagles, and he hasn't been handling the pressure too well. But to give the Eagles a shot here, realistic, the Ravens blitzed against Mahomes. It didn't really work out too well because Mahomes was able to read it before snap. When it was coming at him, he was able to move around it and make throws on the run. Carson Wentz can do those things. All those things I just listed, he can do them. We've seen him do those at a pretty high level, but that was in the past. Can he do it now? If the old Carson Wentz shows up, that's going to throw off the Ravens' game plan on defense, just like it did against the Chiefs, and that was the difference. That was the main difference in the game. So it is very possible. This game, I think we say it every week that it's on Carson Wentz, but this is the true one. It's a tough one, too. This is on Carson Wentz because if the old Carson Wentz shows up, I think the Eagles win the game. But even if it's a step under the old Carson Wentz, which it's been even further under that this year, then they might be in trouble. So I think it's going to be a tough task. We'll see. It's a mystery which Carson Wentz will show up, but based on what we've seen this year, I think we have a decent idea at least. So I will take the Ravens. Wentz is going to have to take, he's going to have to throw some 50-50 balls, and these corners of the Ravens, I think they'll be able to handle that for sure. I'm not really too sold on the Ravens offense right now. I mean, it's good. It's really good, but I expect a little more. So I don't know if the offense necessarily wins this game. I think it's mainly the Ravens defense here. The Ravens offense will score, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if it's an insane amount of points.
Yeah.
But yeah, we all got
agreed.
the Ravens. I already forgot that all of us picked the Ravens. Go house guarantee. This is a good one. Browns and Steelers. Division battle. Myles Garrett versus Mason Rudolph. Even though Mason Rudolph is not playing, Myles Garrett versus Steelers here. Both teams are hot. They're hot.
Spicy.
It's gonna be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Was everyone thinking here?
Yeah, give me the Steelers. I got to go with the home team. I mean, that's a given here. But the thing with me, the Browns seem like they're on a roll, which is the exact reason I'm picking the Steelers because I think that they got to. They need their hiccup now. It's bound to come. You don't really see a team like the Browns that we were waiting for them to figure it out. Now they finally figure it out. I just think that now here comes the speed bump. That's just my thought process picking the Steelers, along with them being home.
I'm going to take the Steelers as well. Really like what I'm seeing from the Browns. Very impressive. Definitely possibly a playoff team. They sure look like it right now. I think the Steelers pass rush throws him off. I think Baker he's a little beat up. I think he's going to be good to go. I think that affects him a bit. So I think they get after Baker. No Nick Chubb as well. Steelers want to stop the run first, and then they want to get after the quarterback. I think they're not going to shut them down, but I think they'll be successful that way. Here's the problem, though. That's why it's tough. It's because I do think the Browns receivers have the edge over the defensive backs of the Steelers. So I think that's the similar thing with the Browns and the Colts last week. I think the Browns receivers just got the best of them, a good cornerback group. That could be the case here. That could be the case, and has Big Ben seen a Myles Garrett yet? So a true test for both teams. I think not having Chubb and Baker kind of being a little hurt there in the Steelers pass rush getting after the Browns, and also I trust the Steelers offense and their collection of receivers to get after. To get after it against the Browns secondary there. I think you can go deep on that secondary. So for those reasons, I go with the Steelers, but it's a kind of a toss-up game there. Can't wait for it.
Yeah, I'm taking the Steelers.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking the Steelers. I liked all your reasoning pretty much there. I think both teams obviously have impressed right now, and the record shows it. But I don't think they've had true tests yet here, and this is a true test for both of them here. So
the way I look at it is, who do you trust more, the Steelers defense or the Browns offense?
Yeah.
And I'm trusting the Steelers defense more.
They let the Eagles move the ball on them.
That's true. Like I don't know. That's what I mean by the Steelers. I don't know. Like they've been impressive, but they haven't really played anyone yet, and they've kept a lot of games close with some of these teams that are not very good. And again, the Browns haven't really played anyone. They played the Ravens week 1. We talked about it was week 1, and they got absolutely smoked. And I'm still kind of holding that against them a little bit. So this will be a true test, but I'm going with the Steelers.
Yeller's taking the Steelers as well, so that's a Goat House guarantee. Surprised we all have the same team on that one.
Sorry, Browns fans. Junior's not sorry,
We're
though.
sorry.
We're sorry.
Texans, Titans, division rival. The Titans are fresh off a beatdown against the Buffalo Bills. Without being at full strength here, they'll be a little closer to that probably this week. This is kind of one of those ones, though, where the Titans could just lay a stinker. Fresh off that, the whole world's kind of finally hyped on them, and then they just blow it. I kind of can see it.
I could see it, too.
But I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going to take the Titans because they're a much better team. Now Benardrick McKinney's out for the season for the Texans. Derrick Henry will run wild. We haven't really seen him run wild quite yet. Against the Vikings he kind of did, but I think he really runs wild in this game, and they have a good kind of backup plan there with Tannehill with the play-action pass. He'll get the Texans on that as well. I trust the Titans on both sides of the ball more than I trust versus the Texans on both sides of the ball. I do think Deshaun Watson can have a pretty solid game here, but
He always does.
I don't know if they have enough here. I just think the Titans are just a much better team at this point of the season.
Yeah, give me the Titans as well.
Are we just going to do one of these?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Love it.
You're just stealing all my points today.
All right, I'll let you go first on the next one.
I don't know. I was gonna say Derrick Henry's been like he didn't look that. I know everyone's going nuts about the stiff arm last night, but he didn't look that good.
Is
last
Tannehill
night.
the next Patrick Mahomes? Did you see that stat that I'm talking about?
I saw I saw his last 13 games whatever compared to Mahomes. They look the same, and
Slight edge to Tannehill.
I saw his compared to Lamar Jackson. They looked pretty much the same as well.
Look out.
No, people don't understand. I
like the wheels. I like the movement.
I don't know. Teams are gonna try to find out a way to stop them. It's really it's probably more of a guessing game how they beat the Titans. Really, it's you can't sell out to stop Derrick Henry because Tannehill's gonna hurt you and the passing game's gonna hurt you. But if you don't load the box up, Derrick Henry's gonna hurt you. You kind of have to gamble and guess when they're going to run the ball, when they're going to throw the ball, when they're going to use play action. That's how you got to beat the Titans. Really, you know what they're going to do. They don't change their game plan at all. They bring the same game plan every single week.
Do you think that that Vrabel's going to tell Tannehill no more jumping into the end zone?
They were telling him on the sideline. He was just laughing. He felt embarrassed about the whole thing.
I thought he popped his
It looked really weird as soon as he hit the ground.
Yeah.
Unathletic.
He looked like, what was that dance that Josh Allen did at one time? I don't know what you call that. Some kind of crunk dance or something. I don't know what you call it. That's what it looked like he was trying, something like that. He was trying to. It looked like
he
was trying
just jumped in the end zone.
That's what he does, yeah.
Yeah, but it was very awkward. Very awkward.
Very awkward.
Scary. Broncos Patriots. So this is the first time in Goat House history that we are picking the same game 2 weeks in a row. This game was supposed to happen last week. And we didn't really know what to expect because we didn't know who was playing at quarterback if the game was going to happen at all. So we were a little iffy on it. But now we know the game should happen, and we know that Drew Lock, it looks like he'll be back, and Cam Newton, he'll be back. So full strength in terms of the quarterback position. So that should be good. It could be a good one here. Yeah, Pete, you're going first in this one, remember?
Now I'm going first. I still got the Patriots from last. I picked them last week. I'm still going with them here. We talk about the quarterbacks being at full strength. The Broncos are still very beat up, and they're just not going to get some of these guys back, and it's unfortunate. We had high hopes for them this season, but Patriots are a healthier team, more complete team, better coach team. Take the Patriots.
Yeah, I was going to take the Patriots with Stidham, so I'm definitely taking them with Cam.
Is Drew Lock playing?
Yeah. Drew Lock's supposed to play.
Yeah, I'm taking the Patriots.
Okay.
I was just more of a curiosity question.
I'm taking the Patriots. I think the Broncos have a shot. I think more than a shot than I think people are giving them. I think this could be a Jerry Jeudy breakout game. I was actually talking about that last week. I think Jerry Jeudy actually, against a good secondary, can break out. I think he wants to see more man coverage. That's where he thrives. The Patriots will show him more man coverage. I like Cam. I like this coaching staff better. The Broncos are also pretty beat up. Pete's taking what I wanted to say. It's not fair.
It's not fair.
Yeah. So I'm going with the Patriots. Old Yeller is taking the Patriots as well. So yet another Goat House guarantee. We know those are 100% this year, right?
And that's
I
a
believe
guarantee.
so.
100%.
Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah. 100% accurate.
Jets Dolphins division rival game.
Fitzmagic is going to throw all over him.
We know Old Yeller's taking the Dolphins. He's a huge Dolphins guy.
Huge
Fitzpatrick.
Fitzmagic
I think we're
guy.
all taking the Dolphins. Is that correct?
Yep.
I don't think I don't see myself picking the Jets at all this year.
Yeah.
You never know. But I don't.
mean, they didn't use Le'Veon Bell the right way, but I mean, it doesn't help that you're just losing a weapon.
It's true.
Dolphins look pretty good. They can pass. They can throw on teams. The offensive line's playing better than expected. The defense looks pretty solid. They got some playmakers. They got the pass rush. They got the blitz game. Brian Flores knows how to game plan for teams. Might be pretty easy to game plan for the Jets. I was kind of getting excited about Denzel Mims coming back last week, talking about, but we weren't really sure if he'd be back. He wasn't. He's starting to practice, so I think Denzel Mims, first time stepping on the field for the Jets. I love that draft pick. They can get him going down the sideline. That's a beast of a receiver with Jamison Crowder. That could be a pretty good duo. So maybe Flacco can get some things going. Maybe they can. The Dolphins, I've been talking about them being a sneaky team. Maybe the Jets can play that sneaky team and be that sneaky team this week. We'll see. Probably not, though. It's the Jets. We're moving on. Oh, and it's a good one here. Packers and Buccaneers. The Packers, I'd say they're probably the best team in the NFL up to this point. Or one of them, but I would say the best. The Buccaneers are a team that, I expect to get better as the season goes on. They're going to be better this week than they were last week. They're going to get a little healthier here, mainly looking at Chris Godwin. I think Chris Godwin's their best all-around receiver. I think most people would probably say Mike Evans still, but I'm going to say Chris Godwin just because I think he can do more. He can play him everywhere. You can scheme things to kind of get him open, get open on his own. Helps Tom Brady a lot.
Can I kick it off?
Kick it off.
I'm taking the Bucs in a squeaker.
Taking the Bucks in a squeaker.
Tom Brady doesn't lose 2 weeks in a row. He probably has, but not this time. Taking the Bucs.
Yeah, give me the Packers.
Taking the Packers.
I'm taking the Packers. I think that the Bucs are, like you said, getting healthier, but at the same time, they're playing a much better team. I'm somewhere in that red.
You're somewhere in there. We can't see it. I literally can't see it. There it is.
There it is.
Alrighty, yeah. The damn graphics guy, man. He just can't get it together.
It's okay.
It's okay. Right. Give me the Packers as well. I mean, I hope the bye week didn't hurt them. I think it helps. They get Devontae Adams back. I'm impressed with the Bucs D, but like some of the stuff watching Thursday Night Football, just like simple stuff. Like it seemed like the Bears just kept throwing a little running back swing, a little wheel route, and they literally could not cover it. I don't know like how you don't adjust there. Just little things like that just weren't impressive. Just the inconsistencies on offense too. Again, we all have kind of faith that the Bucs will get better as the season goes on, but you got to go with the better team right now. Got to go with the Packers.
Old Yeller's going with the Buccaneers.
Just a known Packers hater.
Yes, this should be a good game. I think Chris Godwin can have a pretty good game in this one. They got to get him the ball kind of underneath. Ronald Jones looked really good against the Bears, and then Fournette should be coming back. I think the two of them could play a solid game. It's just really hard to go against the Packers right now. I'm going to take the Packers. I think the matchup also kind of favors them. I think the running backs could be solid, nothing crazy. I think Godwin could be somewhat of a problem for them if they kind of get him underneath. Don't put him one-on-one with receivers. Down the sideline. I mean, you can, but I'm going to take the Packers because Aaron Rodgers is feeling it right now. He's dealing. There's no question. I have confidence in them to move the ball. Devontae Adams will be back. The only question was. The Bucs got a really good run defense. Will they kind of slow down Aaron Jones, make the Packers one-dimensional? But Vita Vea is hurt, and that's a big piece to that run defense there. So I do think Aaron Jones plays a solid game. I think Aaron Rodgers can play well. The Buccaneers will score in this game. Like I said, they're full strength offensively this week, so they should be better offensively. But I do kind of like the way the Packers match up with them on in terms of their defense versus the Buccaneers offense, because I think the Packers are pretty good covering downfield. That's what Tom Brady. That's where his strength's at. They'll try to attack downfield, and I think they'll get some pressure. Nothing crazy, but so I think it should be somewhat of a high-scoring game. I think the Packers match up pretty well into the better team right now, but it's definitely one that could go either way for sure. Can't wait for that one. So we're pretty split on that one. That's good stuff. That's good.
Good
Love
stuff.
Thanks, guys.
So Sunday night football, you got Rams and 49ers. The 49ers looked pretty terrible last week against the Dolphins. They are pretty beat up, but Jimmy Garoppolo didn't play so well. We'll see if he gets the nod this week. I almost expect him to, but they had to pull him at one point. Prime time in San Francisco, division rival game. Almost points towards the Niners automatically, but I think they're just too beat up here. The Rams offense, I think, will do enough against I think they can get the ball downfield. They got a pretty wide open playbook, a variety of plays that they could throw off the 49ers defense. But I'm mainly looking at the Rams defense versus the 49ers offense. I think that interior pressure with Aaron Donald kind of rattles Garoppolo or whoever's at quarterback. I expect it to be Garoppolo, and I think they have the playmakers in the back end to, make those plays, get their hands on the ball. So I'll take the Rams, but I think if you judge off last week, you may expect a big win for the Rams here, mainly judging the Niners off last week's game. But I don't know if you can really do that. I think it'll be closer than that, if you think of it that way. But I do have the Rams.
I got the Rams as well.
Oh, okay.
I got you, Pete. I'm just going to jump in here.
Well, I got the Rams as well.
Oh, nice, Pete.
Man, the Niners looked terrible last week. That was just bad to watch. Like both sides of the ball. Like I don't.
Pete, a known Niners hater.
Yeah, like I don't trust. Who do the Niners got at corner over there? Like it was. I mean, I know Devontae Parker and Preston Williams are solid receivers, but
Robert Woods.
That's what I'm saying. How in the world are they going to cover Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp? It's just
and Van Jefferson and Josh Reynolds.
Ugh.
Old Yeller's going with the Rams as well.
Garoppolo.
Could make it a guarantee.
Making it a guarantee.
Making it a guarantee.
Danny's going with the Rams. All of us.
Sorry, Niners.
Sorry.
They're tanking for a top pick again.
And what are they taking?
Quarterback.
They should.
We got 2 Monday Night Football games. We got the Chiefs and the Bills, which are supposed to be Thursday, but now it's Monday. 2 top-tier teams, even though the Bills got beat up pretty bad in that Tuesday night game. They weren't at full strength. We'll see if they're at full strength this week. I definitely expect them to be healthier. This is a heavyweight battle, AFC battle here. So really excited for this one. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the Chiefs in a good one. I just trust them a little more. We've seen Josh Allen a little sloppy against the Titans. Which Josh Allen are we going to get? But I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I just trust the Chiefs to just outscore their opponent here in a game where both offenses, both quarterbacks will look very solid. I think a difference here is the running game, too. I think that, there won't be a ton of running game, but it could be the difference. I trust the Chiefs quite a bit more in the running game than the Bills. The Bills seem like they want to run the ball, but they're kind of struggling to do so. So that could be the difference there.
I'm going to go ahead and take the Chiefs as well. I just can't see them losing 2 in a row. That to me just.
I use that excuse. I use that excuse.
I mean, I would feel crazy picking against the Chiefs here. I know it's just like the Bills are a good team too, but I mean, if someone's going to drop 2 in a row here,
But the Chiefs lost to the Raiders and the Bills beat the Raiders just an extra week ago.
That's true. But
Josh
Allen
doesn't
is
matter.
the king of Sundays, and this is Monday. So
I think people say that a lot, but it doesn't really. It's every matchup's different.
Well, if I'm taking the Chiefs, but as a betting man, I'm pounding the over. I don't know what it is, but I'm pounding it.
Yeah,
so around
it's gonna be a lot of
57.5.
Yeah.
How I know that top of my head, somebody check
right?
it. Somebody check it.
I'm never picking against the Chiefs.
It's 57.5. I'm pretty.
So I was never picking against the Chiefs, and they let me down last week. But I'm gonna pick them again. I still think they're the team to beat in the AFC. But yeah, again with the Bills, I'm buying into the hype a little more. But I've been telling you, Bills fans, the whole time, like
known Bills hater over here. Unbelievable.
Been telling you, Josh Allen can have his moments where it's just not pretty.
Old Yeller's going with the Chiefs. That's another Goat House guarantee, especially in a game that could go either way.
57.5, pounding the over.
57.5.
Pounding it.
He's pounding it. Both teams getting the 30s in that one. We'll see what we have in our score predictions. Last one here. I think it's actually a good one here. Cardinals, Cowboys, 2 offensive teams.
This is my squeaker.
This your squeaker?
Yes.
I didn't really pick a squeaker. I got to go with this one, I think.
No.
Can't.
I was waiting for this one.
Well, I didn't go with a squeaker, so, the video's over. I think we just got to end it. No. There's
maybe
more
in the bye
important.
week. Maybe in the bye week.
Yeah. Maybe in the bye week. Andy Dalton. What does he got for us? He looked pretty good when he got thrown in there. Giants didn't really have any tape on him. Cardinals got a little bit of tape on him. We'll start with Old Yeller for once. He's taking the Cowboys.
Whoa.
Okay.
Put the dog right in the middle there. Should I go?
I'll
Sure.
go. You can go.
This is the toughest one to pick this week for me. I was back and forth. I'm actually going to go, and I do believe it's a little bit of an upset, but I'm going to go with the Cowboys. To me, and people will look at it and look at the Cowboys' defense is really bad this year, and that's pretty accurate. So the Cardinals Kyler Murray should be able to move the ball, and should correct, but I don't think the Cardinals' offense has been able to move the ball based on how the defense is. I think it's kind of on themselves. They've been hot and cold. It doesn't matter what the defense is doing. It's just kind of them on and off. Even last week against the Jets, they started a little slow. It kind of took Kyler Murray running all over the place to get them going. And I think Kyler Murray can do that. I think he'd have a pretty good game. I think Hopkins can have a pretty good game. And they kind of rely on that too much, though. Kind of just Murray and Hopkins. The other guys struggle to get open a bit. The running game can't get going. And I think they'll have offense in this game, but it's just them, can they put together a full game? I actually think the Cowboys will, maybe not a full entire game, but will have more of a complete game offensively in an offensive battle than the Cardinals. I think Andy Dalton, I'm confident with him. He's an accurate quarterback. I think that receiver trio is just a problem. I think the Cardinals are pretty good in the secondary, but there's always one receiver on that field that kind of ends up doing some damage on them, and this team's got 3 of them. So how are they going to manage that? I think the game plan. I think the Cowboys got teams right where they want them, actually, in terms of their offense. I think teams will be so focused on CeeDee Lamb now because he's been the main target, where things will kind of get opened up. I would say slowly, but kind of, I think, a little quicker than slowly. But for Cooper and Gallup, so I think Dalton has a pretty good game. Very tight though, very very tight. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
Yeah, go ahead and give me the Cardinals.
Just taking the Cardinals.
The tape, I need to see more Dalton tape,
Well, the Cardinals do too. They don't know what to do against this guy.
That's true. But I also think the Cowboys' defense, they can't be trusted.
I don't really remember Chandler Jones out for the season. Their best pass rusher, the Cardinals, one of the best pass rushers in football. I think how you beat the Cowboys because their tackles are out. Their Pro Bowl tackles. You get pass rush, but can the Cardinals get the pass rush? Can they do it?
We will see.
I'm taking the Cowboys. I was
it.
actually surprised you guys were taking the Cowboys. I thought I was going to be the only one. I like the matchup.
Yeah, I'm taking the boys as well.
Oh wow,
Ooh.
Junior by himself.
But
He's
Smell
in
ya.
first place, so maybe people trust him more than the 4 over there.
I think this is good that not going to pull a Tony Dungy and say like what did he say?
I knew what he meant.
I know what he meant too. But I'm saying they haven't really gotten Zeke going and they haven't gotten enough carries in the game. I think they have to really rely on the run game and get Zeke his carries. I think that helps the Cowboys out a lot. It helps Andy Dalton out a lot. And like you said, Chandler Jones being out is a key
It's
loss.
about to be a surprise. Yeah, I'm feeling more confident about this one. I'm not confident overall, but I'm thinking there's going to be some surprises that the Cowboys offense can throw at. Well, mainly I don't think the Cardinals know what to expect. Like, what do we expect from Dalton? What do we expect in general? Are they going to run the ball more? Are they going to pass the ball more? Is CeeDee Lamb still the main target? Are they just not going to trust Dalton? Are they going to give the full load to Zeke? They don't know what to expect.
I don't know, I think I'm just still holding out hope for the Cowboys since I picked them to go so far. Obviously I don't think that's going to happen anymore, but I still expect them to win a division. And then on the other side, the Cardinals, just looking at their schedule, who they played, they haven't really played anyone impressive or beat anyone impressive. So this will be a little bit more of a test for the Cardinals, but we'll see how it plays out.
All right, 4 versus 1 there. That's the last game of the week, but that's not it for us here. We got the most important part
teams
of the week. We got 4 bye teams, so
Pete's bye week of the week.
yeah. Well, who do we got?
I got to think about it.
We got to pick who wins the bye week. Who wins the bye week here? This is actually tough. I don't know if any of these teams win the bye
I
week.
could tell you who would lose it.
No, I'm gonna tell you who wins it. It's gonna be the Los Angeles Chargers. Keenan Allen just got beat up in that Saints game. They also have Eckler injured, so he'll be out multiple weeks anyways. But this kind of helps a chance to get Keenan Allen back on the field next week, perhaps. So having the bye week here is pretty good, for that reason, I suppose. But yeah, I just don't know if the Raiders are fresh off a good win against the Chiefs. It's not necessarily a good time to have the bye week. Seahawks can have Jamal Adams, try to get him healthy, but I think he would have been able to play this week anyways. Saints, I don't know. The other teams don't necessarily lose the bye week, I guess, but they don't win it. So I'm going to go with the Chargers. Yeah, they choked that game against the Saints, so they get to sit there and think about what they've done as well. So that's actually a good thing. Good blessing in disguise there.
Yeah, give me the Chargers as well. I mean, Mike Williams was also kind of banged up, so I think just overall receiver health.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm going to take the Raiders.
Win the bye week.
Winning the bye week. Next week they're playing the Bucks. I think they're going to be able to watch a lot of tape, see what happens with this Packers-Bucks game, and I just wanted to be different. Pete! And I was more excited for this. Pete's favorite player
You're
of
so excited
each
for this.
team. Let's start backwards. We're starting the Seattle Seahawks.
The
Chris
Seattle
Carlson. He loves
Seahawks.
Chris Carlson.
Chris Carlson. I'm going to
Chris
go
Carl-
with decaf Metcalf.
Oh.
Winning me. I'm not doing too well in fantasy, but he's been a lone bright spot for fantasy football.
I'm going to go with Russell Wilson.
No, not Russell Wilson.
Wow.
Where am I going? Saints?
Yes.
Alvin Kamara. Easy. Tennessee. Raiders. Darren Waller. I'm a huge Darren Waller guy in his story. And then the Chargers. I don't know.
Phillip Rivers.
Who am I going with in the Chargers?
Keenan Allen.
Yeah, I was
We'll
going
go-
to say you're a Keenan Allen guy.
We'll go
aren't you?
Keenan Allen. Respect his game.
Respect. So much respect.
There you go.
There's Pete's favorite players of
The
the
bye
bye week. We need a sponsor for that because that is the biggest. That's gotta be the biggest thing on YouTube. You know,
Yeah.
every single week. I don't know.
Nobody cares.
I think they care.
We all care.
Nobody
Those
cares.
fans will appreciate it. Maybe those fans don't even watch the video because their team's on a bye. I don't know. We
Maybe.
really don't know.
Probably.
We just don't know. But that's going to do it for this one. I got to get out of this Trubisky jersey.
What an ending.
What an ending.
What an ending.
They don't even know what happened. Nobody even knows what just happened. Nobody
What an
knows. The
ending.
screen's up. We're not on
speed.
screen anymore. Nobody has any idea, and that's the best part about it. But plenty of videos all week. We got another special, a new type of video coming out very shortly after this. What could that be? I don't know. Ooh. Please subscribe, smash that like button, turn notifications on, check out the Twitter, the Patreon. You know the drill. Thanks everyone for watching. Goodbye.